I also sound like I have a really bad list because of these grills. So if I'm talking like, like you'll be like, okay.
So the first question I have for you
Yeah.
is, what does personal style mean to you?
Self-expression and connection. I think connection is a really important thing, not just with other people, but with yourself. That sounds so dicky, but like, you know what I mean? Like, there's two reasons. Like, connecting with other people, you have a common interest, you get to discuss that. And I think that's a really nice thing to do. And also with yourself, because sometimes I've been doing this thing recently where if I picture something, in my head when I was growing up and figuring out my identity, I would kind of be like, oh yeah, that's a fantasy in my head how it plays out. And I'm like, no, I can actually bring those things to life. So connecting with your kind of mind and creativity is a really, really important thing for like self-expression, and which leads into kind of what personal style is to me. And everyone, whether they dress boring or like super out there, everyone has a personal style, whether it's distinctive or not. Do you know what I mean? Because they're all
Yeah.
influenced from something. I think that's really cool. Like, I know it's so, like, you can kind of be like, that's so obvious, but like, I do think there's more in depth than just the kind of surface level of that. So I find that really interesting with personal style. Yeah.
That's so cool to think. I've never thought about like the connection to yourself,
Yeah.
I guess, because that's kind of like why I wanted to like chat to people and go on this journey myself, because it's not just like the clothes that you're putting on every day. It's
No.
not just like a red top at the end of the day. There's
Yeah.
like so much to it.
And I think it's environmental as well, and what you're like, how you're kind of brought up or where you are, and also what you're interested in, like, is a huge thing for me. I always reflect what I'm wearing. I always reflect what I'm listening to. So I think a big inspiration for me comes from music. Like, that's where I get all my kind of ideas and outfit inspirations, not so much what I see online. It's more so because I love music. I love music. That sounds so pick me. Like, I love music. Oh my god,
Like the other girls.
I'm like not like the other girls' final fucking boss. It's always environmental or like what you're interested in, and that reflects, and that honestly brings your kind of that connection to yourself to life, which is really cool. Yeah.
I just think you have some of the most unique and refreshing
Oh, thank
fits
you. That's
going
really,
around.
really nice.
And I would specifically say like this year's Fashion Week
Yeah.
looks, I thought they were amazing.
Thank you.
How did you gain the confidence to take such risks with your fashion?
I think being gay. Being gay.
So fair.
And like, honestly, like, I think for me, for every fashion week, I always try to step it up a bit. So this year I wanted to do something kind of like out there, because it's like my version of drag, because I don't do drag. I forgot about this until you mentioned it, but like the kind of idea of it was to not dress pretty or sexy or dress fashion to make you look good. I wanted to dress for fashion, and that be, yeah, you look a bit unfuckable, but like, but that's the point. Like, you're meant to look a bit like kind of gnarly, and like, but like, it's a point of fashion. Like, it was just like, I don't want to look good, and especially like, separate conversation, but like in the gay community, you feel like you have to look a certain way and like, you know, maintain this like physique or like flawless skin, like whatever. So I was just like, no, I'm going to lean into the ugly in a good way. And like, I'm just going to be a bit confronting. That confidence really came from queer people, honestly, know how to do it. And we know how to kind of be confident in it. I don't know. I don't know the exact answer. But again, it like reflected my music taste. I'm listening to a lot of metal music, and that was like very influential, because that really, when I started listening to metal, I started to like, it like changed my life a bit, and I was just like, oh, this is a new outtake. This is something I never listened to before. Growing up, I was like kind of shamed for listening to certain things. Like, I didn't listen to metal, but I was also, because of the people around me, like, that metal music is fucking shit, girl. Damn, girl, you sound like you're screaming, bitch. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to that.
Yeah.
But now, and then one day I was really angry, and I just put on some metal, and I was like, fuck yeah. So that like really kind of like influenced that, and that confidence of music, and also the kind of like support of like, and queer people hyping each other up, I think is a wonderful thing, that it's a really unique And that gives everyone the confidence because a lot of my friends are queer or gay or bi or trans. So it's like really, really lovely to have that support and we all support each other. I think that's really nice.
I read that you said watching PAQ was a big influence for you.
Yeah.
And it was for me as well.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with that.
Yeah.
Big Danny Stan.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
my fave.
Love Danny. I love them all.
Yeah, they were all just, they excelled at their lane.
Oh, yeah. Elias was like my styling god for like from like 2019 to 2021. Like he was just like who I looked up to like a lot for style inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess like with that, my question is then, who and what else did you gain inspiration from back then, and how is it different to now?
I had an idea for what I wanted to dress like, but I guess that there were those kind of guidelines. I'd be like, oh, that person dresses really, really cool, like Elias, for example. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to wear baggy jeans and stuff like that. So that kind of inspiration comes from like seeing that as a visual standpoint. But I think it also comes from music. Like back then I was listening to a lot of like pop music and alternative music. I think in 2020, actually 2021, I was, I still am. I fucking love her. But like I was very Britney Spears, like influenced. And I love Britney, love her. So I was like, okay, I'm going to dress like a male version of Britney Spears. So I was like dressing very like colorfully, like poppy bubblegum and stuff. So music, that mixed with like people visual references that you really look up to and you're like, you admire that kind of like skill set of putting stuff together. And from now, I think it's just mainly music. I still see people's things online. I'm like, that looks cool. But I guess it's more music than the seeing people online thing, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, I do get you.
Yeah.
What would you say your 3 style words are?
Baseline is cunty. No, wait, what the fuck? Wait, so you got what the fuck is my baseline? I think it's like cunty outfits that look good, but like also not a lot of effort. Because sometimes I'm like, I want to look good, but I don't want it to be high maintenance. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like this is not an example of that. I'm fucking dragging shit along the floor. These boots are heavier than I am. This fucking necklace, like when I hug people, I have to like crouch over.
Don't want to stab them.
Like like break their fucking what is it, what's that fucking thing called?
Well, this is your sternum.
Yeah, your sternum. Yeah, breaking that. So I have to hunch over.
You've got a lot of things to think about.
I've got a lot of things to think about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to me for that. So I would say that's the baseline. What was the other two? Sorry.
Aspirational, so found by your inspirations, and then emotional, so how you feel in your favorite clothes.
So words. Okay. For aspirational, I think it would have to be Sonic.
Ooh.
Because of music, I guess.
Yeah.
And then emotional connection.
That's nice.
I think I love how the first one was like, well, and then the other two, I'm like, yep, one words, no, and also no specification as to why.
But it makes sense, babe. It makes sense. It's fine. I hear you. Yeah. I actually did what I thought your words were from my pod.
Okay, yeah, I want to hear it.
For your baseline.
Yeah.
I said futuristic.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I think you're going somewhere way further than we all are, and we need to catch up.
I'm going down the street to catch a bus.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why everyone else is driving. So if that's what you mean by that, you're dead on accurate.
Aspirational, also hyphenated. I said sometimes spooky ooky.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because I think, I don't know. I think scary is a bit too full on. Because I don't think it's scary, but I think it's like, ooh, a little bit like.
What? He's got something going on.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's mysterious. I don't know, but I just think I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
And I mean, the emotional one was how I feel watching you, or from the external perspective, is I just put jealous babes. Because you seem just so comfortable in your skin, and you just like. Anyway, iconic.
Oh, that's really, really nice thing. It's a lot of trial and error, though. Yeah, a lot of trial and error, just like anyone, really.
With the universal struggles of trying to be sustainable and also financially conscious, how does sustainability play a role in your style, and how have you made it a priority?
I was actually thinking about this yesterday. I think, okay, so with sustainability, I have like an obsession a little bit over it, which is good, but I'm a little bit too obsessed to the point where I don't throw anything away because I'm just like, I've done I did a degree in design.
Yeah.
So like I've learnt about the kind of sustainable practices. So with that, everything that I buy, I keep till like I still have pieces when I bought, like when I was in 2015, like yeah, and still wear them like as well.
Love though.
Cool,
That's
and also
amazing.
like as a fashion creator, you're going to reach for them like sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want to be corny, and like every creator you're going to get on here is going to be like sustainability is so important, which I understand because it is. It needs to be. So they should say that. But I am going to say like for me it's like a really core value, and my mum and I like she's like you've had this for so long, and I'm like yes. And I'm going to continue to have it.
And what?
And what? And she's like, all right, fair enough. And she's like, yeah, all right, for the environment. I see. I always think if I'm going to get something, if I can wear it in 3 outfits, and if I'm still thinking about it and excited to wear it and can picture myself wearing a multiple outfits, then I get the item. Even if it's like $6 or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So you're doing that even if it was like $200 or $6 or whatever.
Yeah,
You're still like,
literally.
am I going to wear this?
Yeah, like the other day I saw a really cute Ben Sherman top that was like it was like a London kind of vibe. And I was like, this is cute. Am I going to wear this? So I was like walking around the store for like 20 minutes being like, am I going to wear this? Am I going to wear, looking like a crazy person, mind you. It's like hanging on limply as well because I haven't fixed the coat hanger. So it's like hanging on by a thread, and I'm walking around in my local, I'm just like, am I going to wear this? Where am I going to wear this with?
And the worker's like, oh, Connor's back again.
Yeah,
It's
they're
taken
like,
3
fucking
hours.
hell,
Fuck, go
nurse
through
is
this.
out. Like, it's just like, honestly, like I did that the other day. I saw this really cool cardigan. I was like, this is so cool, I'm going to get it. And I was like, no, just wait, because are you going to wear that? And are you going to think about it? So I stopped, and then I forgot about it. And that goes to show.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I haven't thought about it till now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, sorry for bringing it up if you did want to get
Yeah,
it.
what the fuck?
But yeah, I do that as well. Like, I will put things in my wish list and leave them there for like 3 or 4 days. And if I haven't thought of them in those 3 or 4 days, then I'm like, well, I don't, I'm not like itching to go and get it or
it's not
grab
like
them
you
or-
need it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. Yeah.
With that, and you saying that you keep, everything that you buy and you have things from 10 years ago that you still have. My question is, how the fuck are you storing everything?
Girl, don't even. Like, it's just like, I've got my room. My room is tiny, mind you.
Okay.
It's like, it's very small.
Yeah.
We have a longish hallway in our house. And I kind of have a clothes rack there that has all the jackets and like tubs of folded clothing. So I reach into there mostly. I say I keep everything, but also at the same time, it is hard to store. But also, it's like, it's a very tough thing because sometimes you're like, this hallway, I'm just like, I need to clean this out. Even if I sort it elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot.
All these accessories, even like, where are you popping them?
I have a little ring bowl.
A bowl,
Yeah,
okay.
and I have a jewelry box.
Okay. Yeah.
That's in a safe. So you can't get it, bitch. But I have like certain places I keep. Jewelry's not the problem. I think the problem is like I have so many pairs of pants. And
Yeah.
jacket, 'cause
And
pants-
something like that, you're not really gonna
No.
like it. That's
Every
just
day.
a tiny little, packed up little box that you can chuck in.
no,
That's,
it's a sizable
yeah,
pant.
yeah. And especially if you're wearing it frequently, you're not gonna pack it away and then have to grab it out again. And
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's like I do have a sorting system, which is great, but also at the same time, I need to check with myself, like with pieces, if I can give it to friends that will actually wear it. And like,
Yeah.
I think the big thing is just responsible kind of like, if you don't have space, just being responsible. Because a lot of people get lazy. And that's what I mean. That's the biggest blockage for me because I care too much. And I'm just like, I want to, like, if I'm going to pass this on, I want to make sure it's responsible and it's not going to landfill. Like that is why I keep everything as well. Because I'm really, like, it goes back to it's always at the core of like what I buy and what I style and what I wear. It's not like a one-time thing. The kind of responsibility around it as well, that I want to make sure that I'm doing my part. Even if it's little, you got to make sure that you're helping the greater picture up, just with small things. Yeah.
Yeah. You have some of the most, I would say, iconic photos
Oh, thank you.
on the gram. You take diff kind of pics and they're always hot. And I want to know what your best tips are for
Photos?
photos.
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
So like, you're always posing in a fun way.
I'm like this.
Something like that.
Yeah. I think you experiment until you find your kind of style. Also, like finding a backdrop that works is really important. And also, I'm by no standard, by no means a professional, but this is just what I do. Like kind of using the depth is really important, like the depth of field with your camera. Like if you want to like kind of reach, it creates a bit more depth. Play around with poses. Like, yeah, you feel fucking ridiculous, but the photo looks cool. Especially with like wide angle lenses. I think they're really, really cool. And just like, and also, this is something I've learned. Don't compromise for someone else's. This is actually really selfish, but don't compromise for anyone else's kind of. If you're like, okay, we'll be done. No, do it till you get that shot. It wouldn't be that much longer. It'll be quicker if you just like. Don't compromise your creativity for anyone.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
Because also then you're going to look back at the photos and be like, fuck, I wish I'd just spent 5 more minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Saying, stand back, take a meter, go here, or like, the lighting's not nice.
Yeah,
if
you say to someone just in a very nice and polite way, not like, get back, bitch. Move the fuck back, you ugly ass bitch. No, you'll say like, could we just get a few more and then just buy them a coffee?
Oh, you're so nice. I don't do that to my boyfriend.
I don't do that to my sister, but also I'm taking hers. So like whatever.
Oh, exactly.
And also,
that's good.
Yeah. I'm also very lucky to have like a lot of friends that do the same thing. Like Tara and I and Ella and I, we always help each other out. Like, and we get it. Experiment with different styles. Have fun. Just like if you see a good reference point, just try and emulate that as much as you can, and if you want to in your own style, or just copy it until you build your confidence. I think that's really, really important.
And make it your own then. And
totally. When you're in the moment, you might be like, oh, I like this pose, I'll copy it, but I'll replicate it, but I'll do my own spin with my outfit. Like just small things to make it you, because I think that's really, really important for photo taking as well.
No, those are great tips.
Yeah.
Thanks. What is the goal for you in the next 1, 5, 10 years for your fashion and your content creation?
I think I want to get into creative direction and videography. That is next for me. And that's something, I just bought a new camera and I'm very excited to use it properly because it's a Sony FX30. So I think I want to do that for me, but also with other people, like kind of be behind the lens a bit more.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I think long term that's what I want to do. I think that's
cool.
So it's like I found this year really odd because it's like I think since I've gone a bit goth with I feel so much cooler and better and more confident. But there's a lot of times where it's like starting over in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? Because you're almost rebranding yourself a little bit more because I'm not doing the commercial, colorful, super like bubblegum kind of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like it's just not what I'm doing at the moment. And I think with that you gotta apply new skills because if you're changing your style, you just gotta kind of be like, okay, maybe I want to move into like videography. I think that would be really cool because I've always been interested in the way cameras work and behind the lens and like kind of creative direction around that. So I want to work on some more conceptual stuff as well. I love to work with like brands and stuff. I think that is crazy that I'm able to work with brands as a job because that's insane and I'm very grateful. And even like the brands that actually believe in me is really wonderful. Like the one I've worked with so many and it's been such a privilege to work with so many. And I want to continue that with filmography and videography. I think that's really exciting for me to work with brands and also with myself, like a more creative stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited for videography.
That is so fun. I mean, I studied film.
Oh,
and
great.
My job here is I'm a videographer.
Okay, girl. So you want to talk about art? Let's talk about it.
So that's why, like, that's obviously like how I started here with like videography and editing and everything.
Okay.
I find it interesting that there's like now becoming a little bit more of like that overlap in the world.
Totally. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. That's so interesting that you do film as well. Yeah. Do you do that in your free time as well?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I would say not as much now, but yeah, that's kind of like my bread and butter.
Oh my God, interesting.
And the last question that I have for you is, what is some advice that you'd give for someone looking to find their style? Obviously, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's me asking.
Well, I think the really important thing is to, I've always said this has been my number one advice, start little and don't overstep. When you try little things, you get to test it and see how you feel with it. And also you get an idea if people also, not that it's about them, but it's nice to have like from your friends that you care about or people around you that you care about. They might be like, oh, I like that new kind of hat you wore or that new color that you've worn. So the really important thing is to start really, really small and then from there build tiny steps towards that. Because if you go from like wearing, like for example, if you wear like no rings and then you start wearing like the Fisher fucking Price ones I have, then people are going to be like, what the fuck? And you're going to be like, oh my God, their reaction was so strong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like never wear that again. So if you start with one or like just one on one hand, for example, and you just build it up to what you want and you're like, I feel comfortable in that. All right, let's take it another step further. I'll wear 2 rings. Let's take it another, the list coming through. Let's take it another step forward and 3 rings. Or like, for example, pants. You normally wear regular pants or like you wear kind of a certain type of skirt and you wanted to experiment with more something out there. So you would try like maybe changing the shape a bit and wear like a flowy midi skirt or something. And then people, or you might be like, I feel really confident in this. And then you slowly start to like step out of your comfort zone little by little. Because if you go over the point, then you inevitably like you get a bit like frightened because you get self-conscious. You're like, oh my God, is everyone staring at me? Oh my God. And then your friends are like, oh, but like, this is just what from my experience. When I stepped outside too fast, I would get really kind of like scared. I would be like, oh my God, no one liked that. Also, I didn't like that because no one liked that. So if I did little things, I found that I was like, okay, this is a little something that keeps me excited and also isn't overstepping the mark where it will burn me out. Yeah. I think that's really, really important with fashion and identity, to take small steps, and it's okay to not get there initially. Like say you want to be like, you want a certain dress sense of someone that you like. It's okay to not exactly be at that same kind of confidence. It's okay. Just be kind to yourself. I think that's really important.
That's so sweet. Yeah, because I think there is like, you get a lot of head noise when you do something maybe a little bit different. And like, you know, something simple as like, I remember like wearing a different kind of scarf one day. Yeah. And I got on the bus and I was like, everyone knows this is my first time wearing this scarf. Yeah. Everyone
the bus
is staring.
driver doesn't let you on.
She said, that's fugly. I was like,
don't tap on. Get the fuck off.
Yeah. It's just like you are so in your own head. And
yeah,
like
it's true.
Your worst enemy when it comes to this kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, it's finding that right balance for going forward. And I think that builds you up and that builds your character and your confidence much more easier and kinder to yourself opposed to like scaring yourself a bit, you know? Yeah.
If there was anything else that you did want to say or let the audience know or anything else?
No, there's nothing. No. Oh, my name is Connor. You can find me on Instagram or TikTok under connorxel, where I will be fun and unhinged, but also give you fashion advice. Not verbally, but visually. Yeah.
Love. Oh my gosh. Well, that is all. Thank you so much for chatting.
Woohoo! Thank you.